It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High. Radio shouted, stepping in the building. I got my big homie in this thing. Tantrum CEO, executive producer of allhiphop.com, Steve Raze. What's good with it, boss?
Oh, man, appreciate you, man. B, yo, listen, let me tell you something, man. You hold me down. I respect what you do.
100.
And, man, if Atlanta don't know, they got the hottest DJ right here, right now. We doing some big things, so I just want to let you know thank you for doing your thing. You know,
man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I mean, let's just get straight to it. You got a beauty over here with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Who is this lady in the building?
Now, listen, this is the seriousness right here. Let me be clear. This is the hottest thing. I mean, if we're going to talk about R&B and music, we got to get some new flavor, got some new looks.
Yeah.
I got them both right here. I got a new flavor and a new look. So Barbee is an international star. We're in America now. We're doing it big. We're crossing into this American market, and it's beautiful. It's been doing great. So I want to introduce Barbee, and here she is.
Everything pretty.
Everything pretty. What's going on with you, Barbee?
Everything is blessed. I'm so happy to be here. I want to thank you for having me.
No problem. I mean, tell me about your music, though, Barbee. I mean, I'm hearing Baby, Beanie Man, Trina, all of these crazy features and all this good stuff.
Yes.
Tell me about the music.
Well, as an international artist and an independent artist and a female artist, I'm very blessed to have been able to do collaborations with Beanie Man, Trina, Baby from Cash Money. And I just feel like it's a really big blessing to be able to be here on BT Weekend, to touch the stage, to actually just even be on the red carpet and also hosting the A3C concert. And it's just so many things. So I'm just excited. I can't wait for the people to hear my new music. You know, I stay true to my Caribbean elements because, you know, with the song with Beanie, I went international #1, toured Europe, overseas, Australia. So it's really easy to be a small fish, a big fish in a small pond. But to be in a big city, you know, it takes a lot of courage. And I have a good team, so I'm excited. I can't wait for the people to hear my new music. And you know, build a fan base.
Already, as an artist, how do you describe yourself? I mean, what is this music that you bring into the game right now, Barbee?
Well, honestly speaking, I believe in music is international. So when I say international, I mean music touch people all over the world. Like, all right, for example, when I went on a tour in Japan, they don't understand one word that the Caribbean artist was singing, but the place, I felt the vibration everywhere because music is more so a feel than it is a language. It's a feeling. So my music is international, which means it can touch every and any market, and that's for the people. So that's what I feel like I'm bringing to the table. I'm bringing that world music, that pop music, that shake your booty, that strip club, everything, you know? Everything pretty.
I can definitely dig it.
Yeah.
I mean, being an international artist, how's it touring the globe?
Well, you know, honestly speaking, it's a big blessing because, you know, my cousins and them, they grew up in the islands and, you know, they hung around Shaggy Studio and me going back and forth from the States when I was about 17 going to school. I go over there and I recorded this record with this artist, Junior Kelly, who's major overseas.
Yeah.
That's what some people don't understand. They don't understand that the world is a big place.
Exactly.
So you can be a big star in Europe and you're making your real money and some people over here fronting and they're on the radio, you know what I mean? And it's not a real money. But that's another topic on another day, right?
Already.
So no, real talk though. So he came to me and he said, wow, I like your style. I did a show. My uncle threw me on a stage show in Jamaica. And next thing I was in Shaggy Studio and I recorded this record. And the record, Missing You, it just went everywhere. And next thing I was touring Europe all over the place. And I was doing this big show, this Rasta show. Those shows, it'd be like 30,000 people at these type of shows. And Junior Kelly saw me and we jumped on a record together. And the next thing, my mother and I is touring. We're going Spain, we're going Japan, we're going Australia. So it's just a real blessing. I got a gift. You know, like when your career chooses you. So it chose me. So I feel as if like every young girl from the islands, every young girl, especially my local fandom, they see me as the next. You know, how do you have Barbados, have Rihanna? Well, that's me, besides my father being Nigerian. So, you know, I'm going to do some of the collaboration with that market too. Because we have to get all this money. We can't just stay with U.S. money.
Speaking of getting to the money, I mean, makeup lines and all this good stuff.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, well, I'm going to be premiering my new makeup line, which is official Barbee, because I don't want no lawsuit for me. It's going to be premiering at the Javits Center in New York City. So I feel like that is a big blessing. And, you know, I'm not just a singer. I'm a full entertainer. So entertainer, like, I like to entertain the people when they're around. So that means acting. I've gotten a lot of situations with that I'll tell you next time because I want to come back here.
That's
So
right.
now I got to tell you everything today. But I've gotten a lot of opportunities acting and just a brand. And I'm about, women empowerment. So it's like everything pretty is my logo because your thoughts are supposed to be pretty. Your lipstick is supposed to be pretty. Everything pretty. Not true?
I can definitely dig it. Headphones. I mean, Steve was
Yes.
telling me a little bit earlier about y'all had a headphone line
Yes.
also. I mean, what's that? Tell me about
Well,
it.
it's called Everything Pretty.
Uh-huh.
And it's Dr. Dre quality, but it has, that Caribbean flavor, but a pretty headphones. So it's called Everything Pretty and it has a splash of pink. So it's white and classic. My girl, them who like to work out and they like to work out in style, they can match it up and they can still get good quality. I think it's good for the gym. Like when you're in the gym and you want to, well, let me tell you. When you're in the gym and you want to work out and the guys is like, so you be like, just touch your headphone. Just touch your headphone and say, I'm working, baby, I'm working. I'm just praying though. I'm all about just branding and marketing and just being an entertainer in a full song. I'm just really excited to be out here and I can't wait to turn it up.
I can definitely dig that. Being a female in this industry.
Yeah.
How has that been for you maneuvering?
I've been very blessed, to be quite honest. It's a blessing because women, we're powerful. If we learn to stick together, then you run this world. And my thing is, I'm all about the girl power them. And once the girls is with you, the men them follow.
Exactly.
So I represent for my ladies, number one. Number two, with the female, it's about not being a hater and being confident into yourself. What is better than one pretty girl? Two, right?
That's right.
What is better than two?
Three.
So, I like to align myself with women doing their thing and men too. Yeah, I'm not sitting here like who bun out the men them. We love a man, you know what I mean? But I feel like women, if we learn to stick together, we run this world.
I can definitely dig
Yeah.
that. Speaking of men that do their thing though.
Yeah.
It's a guy over here named Steve Raze that
My
also
manager.
gets busy. Steve, I'm gonna need you to hit that mic one more time, brother.
What's up?
Tell me about what you got going on. I know you're notorious for the 48.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, it's a blessing, man. I got some opportunities, and I really want to, I always like to keep it tight knit, but I got some A-class names. I mean, you've seen them. You seen one of them at the Oscars. That's all I want to say. You know what I mean? When I'm working on some big names, and I just want to push the envelope, take it further, and I'm actually looking with different partners to, maybe take it to a different level. So it's been a blessing, man. I love doing documentaries. I love the visual, and I love the music, and I love how it works. I love artists like Barbee. So so she'll have one soon too.
Already.
Yeah.
Speaking of the documentaries, how did you get into the visuals and the content and stuff like that?
Yeah, I always like the visual, man. So, me and my partner Chuck, we was in college, Chuck would go in his room, blast the radio, and I turn the TV on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I love hip hop, and don't get that twisted, but I love to show you hip hop, not listen to it. So my thing is more visual. So I've been blessed, man. I actually doing a documentary with working with a lot of people. I'm working with Raekwon, man. Raekwon took me to Sundance this year,
That's cold.
Yeah, man, we doing some things.
Purple Tape Files?
Purple Tape Files, yes, sir.
Tell me about it, man, because, you got one of the legends on deck for that, though, Steve. The Mighty Woo.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
I say this, man. It's a learning process, and I'm doing as much as possible. So working with Ray, salute the Woo. Ghostface, shout out. We was all of us was in Sundance on the purple carpet, and it was amazing, man. It's a beautiful experience. So to me, I'm pushing the envelope. I want to do more. I want to find another artist. I want to do another doc. So it's a blessing, man. The visuals to me it has my heart. So I just like to show it in a different way. I'm not a video director. I like to show the documentary side of things and put a different spin on it. But that's my lane.
Speaking of finding artists, this lady right here. How did you come across Barbee?
So real talk, it's crazy. About BET Hip Hop Awards like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, saw her walking up and down the aisle, and she had a cat suit shutting it down.
I'm aware another.
Yeah, so I was like, hold on, I know her. So I ran up to her like, yo. Now, I want to be one of them dudes. Let me tell you, B-High, it was in front of she was walking up and down. I was like, I better say the right thing. I'll get embarrassed up in
That's
here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So whatever I said to her, she was like, oh, okay, I got you. And we traded numbers. We did, my Tantrum is a consulting company, so we was working on some things together, and then we just stayed in touch. And then this year was like, yo, let's do this. You know, I ain't really managed anyone in my life, so I was just like, listen, I got things that I could do and help, and let's just try this thing out. Let's see what we can do. And I mean,
so far we've been doing good though. How many places we've been?
We've been in Jamaica, we've been in LA, we've been to Miami, we in Atlanta.
Chicago.
You know what I mean? This is in 10 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Europe
yeah, we hasn't even been 12 to 11 weeks. I'll give you another week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been, man, I'll let her tell you, but we've seen celebs all up and down this country. And,
they work with us, too. That's the funny part.
They show us love, man.
Yeah.
And, they all want to work. So, it's a beautiful thing. So, I just opened the door, man, to let the product speak for itself.
Already.
You know what I'm saying?
Another question, though, Steve. Being an entrepreneur in the media business, how do you feel like it has changed? Because I know you've been down with all hip-hop for a long time, getting busy also. But you've witnessed the whole digital transition of the game in hip-hop. How do you feel it's been affecting y'all?
I mean, I'm going to tell you one thing. I was in L.A. chopping it up. And I said, yo, homeboy, this going to be a time when the budgets on television is going to be the same online. And he's like, it's happening right now. And this is like 3 or 4 years ago. So I was like, you know what? As you start to see the transition, and you start to see, like, I don't know, I'm sure you're in radio, so you see that the budget start to drive, the magazines are disappearing.
Yeah.
Our money's moving online.
Yeah.
So now those budgets are coming into the lane that we were in 5, 6, 7 years ago. Exactly. So it's like, now it's an opportunity for content creators to get their message and their art out. But now it doesn't have to be on their own YouTube webpage. It could be on someone else's page and pays you money. So, so it's a transition of how people, they're starting to get it, starting to figure it out, starting to find creative people that aren't in Hollywood. They're in Chicago, they're local, right down the street from you. And they're Vine stars. They're YouTube stars, you know what I'm saying? They're great directors. So that's what the internet has done, is open up the field for everyone. For me.
Being in the game, what were some of your favorite times that you would care to recall being out here shooting all of this information?
Are you serious?
I know you got a bunch of stories, Steve. Give me some on, man.
I mean, real quick, I'll say one. First of all, salute to Nas. That's one of my favorite.
One of the greatest.
To be blessed and even follow Nas for 1 day is blessed. I have followed him for 3 days from New York to L.A.
72 hours.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I'll say this is real cute. I was like, he was up and down Best Buy and everything, and I was like, yo, this is our 3rd day, so I'm thinking Nas a little tired of me right now. So I'm like, I also all kinds of, and it was Nas and Damian Marley, so 2 legends.
Oh my God.
So I was like, yo, what's your favorite movie, Nas? Dude looked at me and just walked away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, B, are you serious? But like I said, I mean, it's cute, but you know what? That's the game. You know what I mean? And on the day before, I say, yo, Nas, are you tired of hip hop? This is one of my best interviews, or it was something we released the next 48 hours. And he said, yeah, I'm tired of it. And I said, really? Then he said, yeah. Then you know what? I go to sleep. I get up the next day, put my legs on one at a time, and I go right back at it. And I said, yo, that's a great answer. I thought I got him.
Yeah.
I thought I got him. But Nas said, hold on, put my hat on real quick and put it on. So he's like, yo, but that's what it is, You catch these artists, when you follow them, you don't know what you're gonna say, what you're gonna get. So sometimes they get crazy, sometimes they open up. So I get it all. I seen Wale. It's in the video, so I ain't saying nothing. But Wale missed his train. We was going to DC. We were running through Penn Station. He missed his train, threw his bag down, got upset. But that's Wale. He's emotional. But this was his first album, so no one really knew that. So I got to, and he's like, yo, Steve, I'm emotional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I tell you that. He's like, that's what I am, emotional. Yeah. But this was what this was all about, to let people know this is his real, true feelings.
That's right.
So that was, to me, finding those magic moments. That's why I do this, I can
definitely dig that. Speaking of magic moments, Barbee.
Yes.
Touring the world. Tell me about some of your magic moments, sis.
Oh, wow. Rated G, correct?
It don't matter.
Let me think. One of my, I can't really not say that the Caribbean is one of my favorites because I grew up in a household where my mother is very dominant and she's Jamaican. So, we love our ackee and sawfish. We love our dumpling. We love our rundown. We love our real food.
That's right.
So through the Caribbean, I like to be able to taste the different curries. I like how the people then react to me. So I love that. I love London because they have a total I don't care vibes, which I'm totally down for. It's not such a judgmental place. That's what I love about it. And then I have to say I love Nigeria because there's some real money in Africa. People don't be knowing that. Like, it's like, no problem, no problem. I love being booked by the Nigerians and the Africans. I'm not going to front. So I just feel like the earth is my turf. So I can't really say any place is my favorite because I'm digging Atlanta right now. So at this very second, it's Atlanta. And then tomorrow it may be Miami or Chicago or, you know. So I'm just really blessed to be able to never, ever do nothing besides music my whole entire life. So I'm just excited about everything and, you know, the possibilities of what the future brings.
That's off the chain.
Yeah.
I know out here, I mean, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Master
that was
P.
big.
Tell me about
He is
that,
the best, man. Well, Leonardo DiCaprio, my manager, got me as a spokesperson for Malik Yousef's whole, you know, climate change impact. So it was just really cool just being able to be the spokesperson. You know, when they're handling their business, you're the one who's smiling and greeting and keeping everyone happy. So I like that. And I like to be able to explain to the people and why, you know, we need to do more positive things for the earth. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. He was real cool, too. You know, people love the earth.
Yeah, because we did.
They love, like, earth, the power to the people, you know, green and all of that. So what else you said after Leonardo? You said Master P. Master P was the best, man. We went out there and he flew us for some photos for some of his things. I ain't gonna tell you because I'm gonna come up here next time at 107.9 hot. So I ain't gonna give you everything. I ain't that new to it. But you know, he flew us out to LA. We was rolling in the Rolls Royce. He showed us, you know, the real boss girl treatment. So, you know, as an independent artist, I'm just really happy to just be and given all these opportunities, and I can't wait to, you know, show the world my talent and show the world that I'm here to stay.
I can definitely dig that.
Official BARBEE Instagram, hit me, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Shameless
Master
plug.
P, though, Steve. I know y'all done did a lot of work with him over there at All Hip Hop also, and with Tantrum. I mean, can you speak on some of that stuff?
Oh, man, it's like I said, P shows a lot of love. So, you know, I do a lot of little documentaries. Anytime he wants anything, I show, you know, P's a legend. So, come on, I ain't going to ever say no to him. But, I mean, you know, we work, man. We do business. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing because you got someone that's in power and that gives back. You know what I'm saying? So if you have an opportunity, he helps me out every chance he can. You know what I'm saying? So we have a great relationship, and you know, he understands. You know, whatever I could do, I'm gonna help him. So we collab on projects, and he's bringing me in on some things that I'd like to talk about later too. But you know, I mean, you know, we're gonna have another time for that, right?
Yeah, of
course.
Now, I'm gonna bring P out here, so we're gonna really talk about
I
it.
know
yeah.
we got to do that. And speaking of the reason for the season, A3C, BET, I mean, what's going on?
Well, I'll let you know, first of all, you know, BT, first of all, you know, we nominated Best Hip Hop Website on Hip Hop. So, you know, thanks a lot.
Dominating for years.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks to the fans and everybody for supporting. So, you know, obviously, when bringing our Barbee out, we're going to hit that carpet and kill it and stunt. You know, my man, you know, we're going to do a couple things at the carpet on the Insta booth for BT. So, my man, shout out to Ken for hooking that up. But, you know, it's going to be a lot of things going on. And that's just the carpet, you know, the show. A3C, y'all got it. Y'all, Atlanta is crazy. Y'all did it on the same day and same weekend. Come on. So, you know, I got actually got a show on with, shout out to Dina and 12 Music Group. We got a show on, you know, with partner with MMG.
That's cool.
So it's not only that, you know, we got Styling, we got, you know, DJ Screen coming out, we got Gunplay, you know what I'm saying? Tracy T. So on that note, I had to bring a couple other people myself.
Oh.
So I had to bring Snooty Wiles. I had to bring Mano. Then I got Traded Truth. We got, you know, I'm gonna stop there. We got a couple guests that is, I mean, the stage is hot. You know, I'm walking around the streets and people is talking about it. And then we got, you know, Barbee hosting it. So of course she's gonna be shutting it down. Yo, if y'all, first of all, I know what she's wearing to this.
Yeah.
So if y'all hear this and you're around on Friday at the basement, come through. She's gonna shut it down. You just gonna want to see her, not even see the show, just see her.
Already.
All right.
Yeah.
Lastly, man, I mean, what's next for y'all?
Everything. Movies.
Yeah. Movies,
Yeah.
makeup, acting, you know what I'm saying? Music, you know what I'm
Everything
saying? The
pretty.
thing about her, she's like a triple beauty. You know, she got the looks, she got
you.
the singing, you know, and she got the acting. So all of that's gonna come. You wanna see this in 2016 is gonna be a crazy year. We building it up
Bananas.
now.
What's next for us? Let me see. We have to link up with the Nigerian producer them because we have to go to the African Grammys and stuff. So just mostly like Europe and Africa is next for us. And Atlanta. So I can't wait to get some more records done with some top producer them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And one thing, we're gonna premiere another video in Jamaica.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we premiered the last video on Jamaican TV.
Oh yeah, it was really crazy. You know what I did? All right, my Caribbean people are very like, how do I say this? Let me be politically correct. They're very conservative around gays and bisexual and all of that. So I'm not that goody, but my music is kind of goody-ish. So I did a naughty, controversial video where I was in the sauna with a Russian 6-foot girl with green eyes, and we were in our underwear. And I left my boyfriend, who's Russian too. So I love this video because it's called Babylon. I was able to act in it. I was able to, speak in my Caribbean dialect. I'm like, Wagwan, come out to my face, son. And then he's speaking in his Russian language, and I left him for the Russian girl in the video,
What was the reaction to that?
They went crazy. Like, I was all over every media and everything. They were like, is she a lesbian? I was
Radio,
like,
television,
it was
newspapers.
crazy.
It was nuts.
It was fun. Steve was there, too.
Yeah.
He was like, wow, people really care about this out here. I was like, yes, Steve, we're making a bold move here. But you know what? I feel like everyone deserves rights, you know what I mean? And I'm comfortable with my sexuality, where it was fun for me to show my acting skills, and it made other people, like people who are fighting their sexuality, when they came and they seen it, they're like, yo, Barbee, I like that. So I don't care. I don't care. I like when people talk some more.
That's right. That's right. How can
So I
folks
didn't care.
contact y'all?
Just go ahead.
Official Barbee. I love my Instagram. Like, I'm on it right now. I'm tagging you. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing selfies.
Dope.
Like, that's like my favorite little outlet. I got Twitter too. It's Official Barbee, but I love that. And then if you want to book me, because I like money make the world go around, you hit
That's
my
right.
manager.
Yeah, so you hit me up at Steve Raze. There you go. Easy.
Anything y'all want to get off y'all chest?
No.
Came to land and shut it down, and we starting off real good.
Yeah, we didn't shut it down yet. We got some more work.
All right.
Already.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely dig it. Appreciate y'all coming through this thing. Wish y'all
Yes.
nothing but the best and much success.
Thank you.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You got the Rastaman dreads.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Be High Radio Shout. It's Hot 107.9. Let's go.